Now to Cobb County, where there's a debate brewing over whether homeowners should be allowed to build tiny homes in their backyards. A large crowd showed up for a public forum in Marietta today, and Atlanta News 1st Don Shipman was there.
This public hearing went on for a good 3 hours. A lot of people showing up for the public comment portion of this hearing. Now, this proposed zoning change in question isn't anything new here in Cobb County, but it's been on hold for a good 3 years now.
I can't believe this is even happening.
There is a lot of confusion for me.
Crime and safety concerns as a woman.
A big turnout at this Cobb County Board of Commissioners meeting. One by one, neighbors voicing their opposition to proposed zoning changes they say could dramatically change the look and feel of their community.
One single-family dwelling unit shall include the primary structure and may include up to one accessory dwelling unit.
The new proposal would allow homeowners in a neighborhood like this one off Estelle Road to add an additional dwelling unit, or ADU, in their backyard. The new space, not to exceed 850 square feet, could be used as extra space or rented out. Right now, only a few counties in Georgia allow ADUs, which proponents have touted as a way to address affordable housing. Those speaking before the board listed off several reasons to vote no.
Privacy and noise disturbances. The more people, the less privacy, more noise, more parties, more work for our first responders.
We chose to buy in a family neighborhood because it's a family neighborhood.
I have a lot of questions. Is this for taxpayers to create affordable housing instead of the county?
So far, no final vote. The Planning Commission, which advises the board, is actually not recommending making these changes. As for what happens next, there's another public hearing that's happening next Thursday. In Marietta, Don Shipman, Atlanta News First.